so I expect the graph to be finished and hand it into my inbox, and you're going to get a yes, you did it, no, you didn't do it. Just an easy 100% or not. And then we are moving on to these questions. So these questions are P1V1 equals P2V2 type questions. Okay, P1V1 equals P2V2. And what do you need to remember about the ones and twos? What do they mean? James, paying attention. Boys, stop talking across him so he can pay attention.
Sorry.
P1V1, what does the one mean? The first situation versus the second situation. So we're still talking about, for example, the balloon was what we did yesterday, the current pressure, the current volume. Then if I squish the volume in half, it's new volume, it's new pressure. Okay? But it's still talking about a balloon. I'm not all of a sudden talking about another kind of situation like a tire pump. Okay, we're still talking about a balloon. So here we have a pressure of that and a sample of gas and the volume of that. What is the pressure if the volume changes to that? So tease out from this sentence, what is your first situation and what is your second situation? And what do you think? What do you think is P1? It actually doesn't matter if it's first or second, it just matters that you group them together. Okay, so anyway, let's go for the pressure at 75. Right? So 75.0 kilopascals. What do you reckon the volume is that goes with that pressure in that situation? Pardon? 450 milliliters. I can leave it in milliliters, by the way. That that's not really neat enough. Equals. Now what?
P2.
P2 is what you're trying to find. And what's the V2, the second volume that you're changing it to? 350.0 milliliters. Can you see where I can leave them in milliliters? This is really important that you see this.
Yes.
Can you see that the milliliters are going to cancel out? Okay, so one on the left-hand side of the equation, one on the right-hand side of the equation, so they cancel out. Or you could imagine that all of this divided by 350.0 milliliters, rub that out, will equal P2, and now my milliliters cancel out. So I don't have to convert them to liters, as long as they're both in milliliters. I don't have to convert my pressure to kilopascals, as long as they're both in atmospheres or millimeters of mercury, because the two units will cancel out. Do you understand? So the units are going to wreak a bit of havoc here for you. So it's really important that you pay attention to how we cancel these units out. Okay, so that you've chosen the correct units. All right, so then tappity tap tap in calculator, and 75 times 450 divided by 350 equals.
96.4.
Pardon me, Logan?
96.4.
96.4 units.
Pascals.
Kilopascals, because
Units canceled.
yeah, the milliliters cancel. The milliliters have canceled, and the only unit I have left, oh, that was supposed to be yellow, is my kilopascals. Okay? Does that make sense? And then the algebra is that simple. The two difficult things is knowing which V goes with which P, and putting it on the correct side, the equal sign, and then your units. So be wary of those as you go through the sheet. Okay? And that's it. That's all. There isn't much to it, but watch out for those red flags. Okay, everybody has something to do?